Hey everyone, Azure Mage here, and welcome to Dust, an Elysian Tail. This is probably one of my favorite indie games I think I've ever played, and a lot of people probably know about this game by now, but for those that you don't, it's kind of a hack-and-slash RPG-ish platforming game made by Humble Hearts, and it's got a really great soundtrack, really intuitive gameplay, and a pretty good story. It's a little bit short, but keep in mind it's not a AAA title. So I'm a little bit rusty, so I'm going to be probably playing this on normal mode, but I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do.
Our world has fallen to fade, its great works long since complete, its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of this sword.
No offense, but aren't you a bit, well, small? For a guardian, I mean.
Hey, I just look after that thing. After 200 years, nobody expects the sword to just fly off and start, talking. I'm kind of wishing somebody told me this was part of the job description. Or maybe they did, and I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I'm sorry, I think I misheard before. You said your name was Fidget?
Hey, this isn't about me. You're the one who's got my sword. How about you tell me your name?
I'm...
Calm yourself, Fidget. His name is Dust, and he is the one who woke me from my slumber.
So, Fidget, then?
That's me. And you're... Dust?
It would seem that way, though I can't recall that name. So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword-bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you! The winner gets the sword!
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, whatever it is you're doing.
what exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
Alright, now we're finally in full control of our character, Dust. So let's go ahead and head off to the left. I know normal standards say run to the right, but let's go ahead and go against the grain. And well, look at that. We found ourselves our first little item. That'll come in handy later. Let's go ahead and go back to the grain and head towards the right, because obviously we can't go any further left. Welcome to the Glade. It's pretty much the tutorial level, but it's also a pretty nice area outright. We got our first little bit of melee combat, so to speak, against a wall. And with that, we also get ourselves a mysterious wall chicken.
What is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense. And there's something just ahead.
Ahead, eh? Alright, let's go ahead and check it out. Well, that was different. Well, we just earned our ability to dash, which is basically our dodging in this entire game. Keep in mind, however, that it does use up an energy source, which is the white bar up in the top left. You have to keep that bar in mind whenever you're dealing with a bunch of enemies, because if you can't dodge, you're probably gonna die.
Oh, right! We found a chest!
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key, then.
A key, you say? Well, it's a good thing I picked one of those up earlier. Here we got a little bit of an interesting mechanic. You just have to hit the buttons that appear at a proper time. So, boop, 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 boop. All the goodies are mine. It's pretty easy to go ahead and just pick up that first chest if you know where the first key is. Let's go ahead and keep heading off to the right and exploring more of the glade. We've got some deer running beside us, but... Ooh, cutscene.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
So, Fidget wants me to go ahead and just mash buttons like some people do in fighting games, but we can actually do a little bit more than that.
Nobody said anything about monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
How rude, assuming that I require such feeble fruit. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick up the drops these monsters dropped. Wording, yes! But there's more to this game than just simple button mashing. There's actually really good combos in this game that some you don't get to learn for a little bit, but it's not that big a deal. Anyways, we just passed by a shrine that allows us to save, but I'll just go ahead and let the autosave speak for itself for now. And let's just continue fighting off these creatures, which don't seem to be attacking very much right now. But trust me, when it comes to things later, they will start wrecking you, like, really hard if you're not careful. So learn to dodge and attack properly with proper timing, and you should be able to clear through massive amounts of hordes with no issue. Can't seem to get this one to work for me. There we go. There's the ground throw, which is another really cool attack. Honestly, the attack animations for this game are amazing. The voice acting is good. I actually enjoy a lot of the voices in this game. And the soundtrack is one of my favorites in all of gaming. Not going to lie. Honestly, I can't say enough good about this game. Also, keep in mind with how with your combo meter, because it'll give you bonus experience if you rack up high combos. Keep in mind, if you get hit, you're gonna lose your chain, and it will hurt.